friends, welcome back again. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you stayed relaxed, chilled, ate some good food, drank some good drink, hung out with some good peoples, and now we're starting our week again. And I just want to say thanks for stopping by, guys, and taking just a few minutes out of your day to talk about some movies with me. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about The Blob from 1958. I just watched the remake a few days ago, and it's one of the few remakes that I personally think is better than the original film. And while I was watching that, I said, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and watch the original and drop a review on it so everybody can know the comparison and contrasts of The Blob. So this was made in 1958, a solid 30 years before the Blob 1988 with Kevin Dillon and Shawnee Smith. So this really, this lays the groundwork for that immaculate remake, in my opinion. It's the same premise. Meteor crashes to the ground. Old hobo, and in the case of the original, it's like an old farmer. He finds the meteor, pokes it with a stick, Blob gets on him, and that's how our movie begins, just like the remake. The only difference in this is where our main characters aren't as, I guess, edgy, or as rebellious as Kevin Dillon. We have Steve McQueen playing our lead, and he is this kid that it's a small town, everybody knows everybody kind of thing, and he's kind of, I guess, a 1950s or a 1958 version of a rebel. He's like a greaser, drives a fast car, likes to street race, but where his character differs from Kevin Dillon's character is where he is respectful to the police. He is, he's not trying to ruffle feathers with his comments. He's just telling it like it is, and the police are like, we don't believe you, you're just a punk kid. What you say can't be taken seriously, that kind of thing. Whereas in the remake, we've got the police like, we're going to throw you under the jail, Brian flag. So it's just, there's the difference between his character, or between the two mains in the remake and the original. That's the difference. The special effects in this are actually very, very good for the time it was made. The gelatinous goo is, properly nasty looking. The effects are good. They're not, now let's be frank, they're not as gory as the 1988 version, of course, because it's the 50s and people ain't accustomed. They're squeamish, you know what I mean? So there's not, the dissolving people and, people trying to get out of the blob, and it's like, melting half skeletal remains reaching out. There's none of that in this, but it's very convincing as far as, running away from this thing, trying to get away. It creates a nice sense of urgency, a sense of despair and tension. What's going to happen if this thing gets out of hand? We were talking about the characters and stuff. The story beats are a lot of the same too. Like, we find out how to defeat the Blob in the meat locker thing in the diner. We find, there's still those cops that, even though in the 1988 one, there's the one deputy that's basically just he wants any excuse he has to shoot down this, Brian Flagg kid played by Kevin Dillon. And in the original, it's just the chief of police is like, let's calm down and take everything a little slow and we'll figure it all out. Where this one deputy's like, I was in the war, PTSD, I'm gonna kill all the kids. They're all lying to us and trying to pull a prank. So there's still that. There's that story beat. There's the one thing that I liked more in the remake than in the original was, in the remake, the Blob itself has actual character development, where it's a government virus that was being worked on a space station. like something hit the space station, the virus got on it, came down, it was an alien life form that mutated the virus. Like, it really developed the character of the Blob. It made it its own character, where in this original one, the Blob was just a menacing goo that just, you know, was terrorizing the town, going all around and all that kind of stuff. But they do eventually defeat the Blob in the same way that they defeat the Blob in the remake, and, you know, freeze it up, and they're like, we got to get this thing to Antarctica kind of thing so it doesn't unfreeze. And that was basically the movie, you know. But the remake is, for its time, it is an amazing film, special effects wise, acting wise, story wise, you know. I mean, it was a phenomenal film. That's why it's in the Criterion collection now, you know what I mean? But I really, really liked the original Blob. I thought it was excellent. I thought that the director, Irvin S. Yaleworth Jr., say that 3 times fast, I thought he was a really good, you know, he had an eye for the details of the film. He had an eye for the, you know, okay, well, we need to make this look a little gooier, or you need to add a little more emotion. He was very good at doing that, and I think he crafted something special that actually it has stood the test of time for many years, and I'm sure it will stand the test of time for many more years, because it was groundbreaking for its time, and I loved it, and I love the remake. I love the original. So if you haven't seen the Blob, guys, the original Blob from 1958 with Steve McQueen, if you have not seen it, guys, you can find it streaming on Max, because that's where I found it, and it's in color. If you want the black and white one, I don't know where to find that one. But the one on HBO Max, or the one on Max, is in color. So if you want to check that out, by all means, I recommend that you do, especially if you've never seen it. Guys, the Blob from 1958 is going to get 3.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it's streaming on Max. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend you do. And, you know, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I really appreciate it. If you like my videos, by all means, like and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. If you've seen the Blob, let me know what you think of it in the comments, that kind of thing. Let's start some conversations. And as always, my friends, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. God bless you. Peace out, my friends, and I will see you next time.